I'm back. Ha! I'm back. I'm back. Get up off of that thing and make yourself feel better. Get up off of that thing. Ha ha ha. Welcome back to Talking Tuesday. Well, it's actually Saturday, but we'll call it Tuesday because why not? As you can see, I'm back. Got my bike back from the Harley shop, running like a champ. They always do a good job. Now, there is one slight problem that I probably don't have to mention, but I'm going to because I'm still ticked off. But it's not on them. They called me up and said, your bike is ready, sorta. Now, one of the things they found when I took it in was that my front master cylinder had a problem. And I guess there's a plunger in there that shuts the lights on and off. I guess it's not just as simple as replacing the switch because, well, that would make too much sense. So you have to replace the whole front master cylinder. Well, there were 3 on order, and I'm not sure what happened to those, but apparently sometime between that time and the time that they called me, Harley-Davidson obsoleted that part. It's obsolete. Okay. When can we get the new part? December 12th. Wait. I'm going to wait another month? No, that's not going to happen. I would rather take my life in my hands than wait another month. I'm taking my life in my hands on a motorcycle anyways, right? So it's like, alright, let's just order the old part. No, they won't ship it. Can't do that. It's been deemed obsolete. Well, so am I, but I'm still in circulation. So apparently you can't get the old part, you can't get the new part. Luckily for me, it's just a light problem. The master cylinder still works fine. I just have to make a concerted effort to push forward on my brake lever every time I use it. You know, I could deal with that for a month. It's a pretty minor thing. But I'm still just irritated at the motor company for deciding, you know, you don't really need your primary mode of transportation. Because they didn't know that it's a minor thing. For all they know, I could have no front brakes. Oh, image stabilization ain't gonna straighten that one out. So I'm a little irritated at them for being so presumptuous. And I got off the phone, and I was ticked. And it's been an excuse ever since to tell everybody I've seen, but yeah, it reminds me to contact the Kawasaki dealer. Like a ton of birds in that yard back there, and it looked like a ton of beer cans. Coincidence? And I'm not upset with my local shop. They've done a great job. They continue to do a great job. It's a great place. And actually that speaks really highly of my shop because even in spite of that, they give me great service. So no complaints to them. This is all at the corporate level. And it's that kind of stuff that goes back to, you know, these new machines that they're coming out with. And I think it's great. I haven't talked to anybody yet, unless they were a complete Harley hater, that saw those machines and thought, nah, I don't like any of them. One of those machines seems to appeal to everybody. But once you get out of the church of Harley, away from the converts, the true believers, who believe it's all Harley all the time, then you have to get competitive with other brands. You know, for somebody who's all about the Harley, that adventure bike is a wonderful thing. If you want to stay on Harleys and do adventure riding, that's great. But if you're just an adventure biker, then Harley becomes another offering. And it has to compete against the BMWs, and the Kawasaki's, and KTM's, and everybody else who's got an adventure bike out there. It's the same thing with the naked bike. You know, if people who are going to be looking for a naked Harley are going to be really happy with it. People who are looking for a naked bike and don't care what brand, they just want something that's going to work well for them, have a lot of options. Which brings me to Project Livewire. Most of you know, I don't hate electric bikes. I think it's interesting. I think it's fascinating. Especially if you could just charge it at home without having to go to some place to charge it. when society devolves into barbarianism and the infrastructure collapses, you're going to have to figure a way to make your vehicles go. And not everybody's going to have their own gas station. So electric is interesting. A little concerned about the electronics and how it'll be easier to track you, regulate you, control you. But overall, the idea is interesting. And I saw one the other day, and I forget who reviewed it. Motonicity, maybe? I don't know. I'll put a link below to their vlog. But I went out and looked at this bike, and it's pretty gorgeous. And off the showroom floor with 145-ish horsepower and just as many foot-pounds of torque. That's exciting. That's super exciting. Add to that the ability to have all that torque at your fingertips. That is crazy. Now, it's 22 grand, but that begs the question, how much is LiveWire going to be when it releases? And what's it going to look like in respect to that performance? These are all really important questions if you're looking for a motorcycle. They've got fast charging on this bike. Will LiveWire have some fast charging capability? I don't know. I just don't know. If nothing else, you know it'll have the Harley-Davidson logo on it. Don't get me wrong, I'm a little ticked at them right now, but I'm not a Harley hater. By any means, I'm riding a wide glide for Pete's sake. I'm just saying they're going to have to compete. For a company to survive, it has to compete. I don't know if I told you, but I won a GoPro Hero 7 White. Oh man, there's a lot of bugs out. Oh my gosh, come on, man. I'm like bleeding. Skylum, the company that sells Luminar, which is one of the pieces of software that I use to edit photos, was giving away a Hero 7 White on their Instagram feed. So I threw in my entry and boom, I won. I've really been doing pretty good lately with that. I won a really fast memory card. I won a t-shirt, and it's a super comfy t-shirt from 40 Times Around, Tim's channel. And now I've won a GoPro 7 White. Now, I don't think it does any kind of high frames per second on 1080. I think it's 30 or 60. I'll correct that when I put the video together too. It doesn't seem to have Pro Tune on it, and I usually use the flat profile for Pro Tune, so I'm not sure how that's going to impact my video. It might just be, you know, that GoPro tweaking. I don't know yet. I haven't seen any video from it yet. It has a 10 megapixel camera instead of a 12 megapixel camera. It doesn't shoot RAW. It's a Hero 7, but it has the standard image stabilization. It doesn't have the hyper stabilization, because I can't shoot in anything but wide. Wide has its place, but I try not to use it very much because it's really freakishly wide. And when you're shooting wide, everything seems so far away. It was free. I can't complain much. I might could just use it for my vlogging camera. I need a wide camera for that. I'll have to play around with that. But I do appreciate them running the giveaway. That was very cool of them. I'll make use of this camera one way or another. Not this one, but the white. Oh, I'll get some mileage out of it. The wide glide is holding up really well. You know, it doesn't matter who works on it. The general consensus that I've learned over the years, especially with the previous shop I used to go to, is you don't want to go on any long rides right after it comes out of service. So I've always gotten in the habit of just kind of taking it bit by bit. Get it out, do a short ride, do a little longer ride, build up that confidence again in the machine, and just make sure that everything's working like it's supposed to. I will say, it feels pretty good. I know winter's setting in all over the country, it seems like. Certainly up north, y'all have gotten some snow. So far, so good here. It was supposed to get up to 68 today. I'm not sure if it actually ever did. When I left the house, I actually took my jacket back off and started riding. It was pretty comfortable for about 10 or 15 minutes on the highway, and then it got chilly again. So I threw it back on. I don't have to wear my leather yet. I mean, I'm cool, but I'm not really cold. I'm cool. I am cool. Yeah, I went up and looked at the Ninja 400. They quoted me a really good price on it, and it's really super tempting. I suspect I'm going to do it. I just think logic is telling me to wait till after the holidays. You know, there's always stuff coming up, Christmas time. I kind of have a choice. I can make sure everybody else has a really hefty Christmas, or I can buy myself something nice. That's all. Cotton. Oh, another butthole. Should have been looking at the road, you moron. Ah, gosh. Oh, another bug. Oh, man. Am I bleeding? Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up with that. I could go like a million other places. I'm telling you, I could. I could just ramble on for an hour. But I'm not going to. Got to save some of the goodness. You know, always keep them wanting more, right? I could take all that and break it up into a whole series of babbling videos. I'm going to go home and record a few more videos. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being here and listening to me babble. And I will see you next time. I should start changing it to bye, y'all. I am down in the south. And y'all come back now. Yeah? It's already taken.